more afraid of
Michael,
Reagan.
He needs your cutter.
Oh, did you cut the cigar? No, you got to cut. You got to cut the cigar.
I need to cut something off.
I'm going to pass that on down. That's a little Mayflower cutter.
But yeah, they'll be trying to make the same arguments. Well, it was actually collusion, and the Trump campaign was talking with them, or some other such nonsense.
And you put in your mouth.
Oh
no!
Yeah, that end's already cut.
You want me to
give me the cigar?
Maybe give it to
I
Phil.
cut this. Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little tiny touch. Let me say a little bit more than that.
You're circumcising it.
Yeah.
Is
that what this tool is used for? This looks like a very. Is this Mayflower logo as well?
My night job is I'm a moil, so it's very handy.
Mazel tov.
Yeah. Perfect. That's great.
Okay. Spark up the Mayflower.
Watching it absolutely brutalize your cigar.
You need to puff on to get it going.
There we go. Maybe try to keep it a little more parallel to the ground.
Spin it
too. Turn it a little bit. There you go.
And turn it, twist it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Keep twisting.
First cigar.
Thank you, Michael Knowles.
That's my
on
pleasure.
Timcast here. This tastes delicious. This Mayflower cigar might be the best cigar I've ever smoked.
I believe it.
These microphones are going to smell like Mayflower forever.
Are these yours?
It's a blessing.
Do we not do
Are these
this?
yours?
Anyway,
Here's the Mayflower
won the election.
I'm smoking a cigar.
We're like the
whether I
political
smoke one
bosses
or
in the
not.
back room smoking cigars, talking politics. What are we going to do next? Donald Trump won the election?
Yeah, we're ending war. That's usually the opposite of what they do in smoke-filled
Media
rooms.
Matters is going to use this as the right-wing cigar room.
what do you think, Michael? What do you think happens now? I mean, it looks like we're going to get the House. It's going to be maybe even 222 seats.
Yeah.
With the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and the Supreme Court.
So you need.
Are they going to do anything?
Look, I every day that goes by that we don't have results in a race, to me, creates at least the appearance of an opportunity for shenanigans. So I was really elated that Trump sweeps the Rust Belt, wins the Sun Belt. You know, he just absolutely crushes. And then I wake up today and I see Sam Brown, marvelous candidate for Senate in Nevada, and he's leading by a little bit. And then all of a sudden, big batch of votes comes in. Oopsie daisy, Jackie Rosen got it.
Now hold on. Here's my question about that. Was this actually, because that's what I heard this, that it's mail-in votes that came in after Election Day?
I don't know that for a fact.
Right.
But I do know that the numbers jumped real quick today. Thank you, sir.
And I heard it was a last-minute batch of mail-in votes that just came in. Everybody's saying this, and I'm saying if that's true, file a lawsuit, cite the Fifth Circuit Court, and throw them out.
You know, look, I don't know when, even if it were just mail-ins in general, mail-ins that were mailed at the legal moment, it just creates the appearance of impropriety when 3 days later you say, okay, top of the ticket, swept the Sun Belt, swept the Rust Belt, and then all of a sudden, we're losing in Wisconsin, we're losing in Michigan, we're losing in Nevada down ballot. I don't know, we probably were going to lose in Arizona down ballot anyway, but I don't know, it just creates the appearance of impropriety. So regardless, all right, we're not going to have 55.
I got to be honest, Carrie Lake's only down 51,000?
Really?
Yeah, with 75 in. And they are saying it's going to go...
Gallego?
To Gallego?
Yeah.
I still don't trust any of it.
Well, actually, okay, if the new ballots are helping Carrie, then I take back everything I said about mail-ins. I'm very pro-mail-in now. They're great. Bring it, please. Get me more from maybe outside of Maricopa.
You cynic.
I'm just... Look, the whole process is a little cynical these days.
You're not wrong.
But, okay, let's say we get 53 seats, 52, 53 in the Senate. Let's say even 218, 219 in the House. I mean, better 220, 221, 222. But at that point, then you got the Supreme Court. You've got Thomas and Alito likely would retire by the end of Trump's term. So then you replace them with young justices, I hope, who can fill their shoes. You know, things are looking up. But you still have that other branch of government that we haven't talked about, which is the bureaucracy.
Well, I do need to say this. I think, Michael, it's time for unity, and it's time to reach across the aisle. The Democrats have some policies that we've never liked, but I think we should embrace, like expanding the Supreme Court starting on January 21st.
So I'm hoping we do
and
that.
You know, it was their idea. It's
court reform.
Absolutely. And we should give it to
You know
them.
what else we got to do? You know, in the spirit of unity and bipartisanship, they really wanted to end the filibuster. So I think with 52 seats this is a prime time to end the filibuster.
I completely and totally agree with you.
Democrats, you know, we didn't agree with those policies, but we're gonna make concessions now for the sake of unity.
It's an olive branch. We're extending them an olive branch.
We are such gracious, charitable people.
Mr. Knowles, there's been a lot of chat about like a so-called political realignment. Trump won all of the swing states with this new coalition of young men and Hispanic voters. Do you believe this is a new coalition, a new realignment that we're seeing?
It manifestly is. I hear this every cycle over the past decade. It's a realignment. It never quite comes to pass. But 20% of black men, that's shocking. 46% of Hispanics. That's shocking. We haven't seen that since Bush. I think that actually beats Bush's numbers in 2004. You see labor votes following the Teamsters' decision not to endorse the Democrat. That's pretty shocking. I mean, that's just undeniable at a certain point that a realignment has taken place. Meanwhile, who were the biggest boosters of the Democrat ticket? The Cheney family. You can't. That's not a realignment. I don't know what is.
They were calling on W. Yeah. They were saying, George W. Bush, you need to say something.
And
you need
of
to
course,
say something. Fascism's on the ballot, which is hilarious because, as we all know, they called him a fascist. They've called everyone before him a fascist. Literally going all the way back to Ike Eisenhower. Eisenhower was called a fascist by the left. It's just, and not just a fascist, they called him a Nazi. They called him Hitlerian.
Well, my favorite thing is that they were calling on Hitler from 2003 to fight against Hitler from 2024.
Save us, Hitler. You're our only hope.
Exactly.
Where are you? Yeah.
That's going to get clipped.
Hold on. I should have been facing the camera if only. I loved, speaking of groups that clip you dishonestly, you saw that not only did Kamala concede, but Kamala HQ has called it quits, the campaign Twitter. And I'll tell you, man, I'm going to miss it. I got great publicity out of them. I think they repelled so many voters and sent them into Trump's camp, or at least convinced them to stay home.
Well, not me, because they defamed me, and we have a pending case against them and are awaiting a response in our lawsuit.
Hey, so, look, I thought about that. I thought about suing them because they truly and incontrovertibly defamed me. But I was kind of just too tired to put the whole thing together. Can I just jump on? Can this be like a class action thing where you just give me my cut of the proceeds at the end?
No.
Darn.
Honestly, so the only thing I can say about it is for everybody who's waiting, these things take forever. And I'm not entirely sure what happens next because they're done. But as far as I know, we are moving forward in every reasonable, meaningful way legally. And we have, I don't know what I'm supposed to say on this one, but the filing is public. All the movement should be publicly available. That's publicly available, I guess. And it's going. So I demand satisfaction. I demand,
they said that I was a big Project 2025 person because I know Kevin Roberts. I guess that was the only. They had no connection to it whatsoever, and I thought you guys are giving me real promotions here on your account. But it was very telling that the way that the Trump campaign attacked Kamala was by revealing her own policies in her own words. When she said she wanted to ban fracking, Tim Walz on his abortion extremism and transgender extremism. And the way the Kamala camp attacked us was by just completely making stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally true. Part of what was particularly hilarious, I don't know if you saw this today, but your colleague, Matt Walsh, tweeted, I believe 2 days ago, that now that Trump's in office, we should just start admitting that we really wanted Project 2025, which was an obvious joke and was hilarious. But part of what's really funny about that is there were left-wing accounts screenshotting that, retweeting it, saying, see, the credulous media trusted Republicans, which firstly, the media smeared Trump with Project 2025 constantly. But what I find so funny about that is the fact that Matt Walsh is a man who built his career trolling liberals
with deadpan.
Just released a documentary that crushed at the box office, which is exclusively based on him trolling liberals. His profile picture is him dressed as the character he trolled liberals as, and liberals saw his tweet trying to troll them, and they still took the bait. It's hilarious. There is not an easier group of people to troll because they're so desperate to be self-serious.
Yes. That's the terrifying thing about Matt is his deadpan.
It's so good.
Deadpan troll
Stone
delivery.
cold psychopath, without question. The thing that's also crazy about it is anyone who's really in the know in conservatism knows we're not about Project 2025. We're about Project 2026.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.